just made my coffee, and it's warmer now than it was last night when I went to sleep. But I think it rained overnight again. We are totally socked in. It's 7:30, and the sun is rising up there somewhere. We're just buried in a cloud. I'm headed down the hill to a water source. I need to rinse out my water filters because I have somehow... I washed them the other day, and now I didn't rinse them enough. They have bubbles. Won't do that again. It is going to be lunchtime before this clears up. Assuming there's no rain in the forecast. These two are cleaning off their tents, packing up. We are gonna head down the trail to a shelter and stay down there because this is silly. Up here, I don't think I ever want to stay on a bald again because I completely forgot this could happen.
And it's popular.
Yeah.
Popular.
So, all right, I'm all packed up and I'm heading to the shelter. Tina's already on her way. I'm gonna see if I can go catch her. Oh look, I lost my headlamp, but it's there on my head. Right, okay. Trying to walk to the Roaring Fork shelter, which is only 1.5 miles down the trail from, or further north on the trail from where we stayed on Max Patch. But I have not been this cold since I have not been this cold since the year 2004. I do not know if I can stay out here for one more night. I'm freezing. I'm not wearing every layer, but I'm wearing almost every layer that I have. It's not clearing up. It is just bone-chillingly cold. So, I'm gonna go to the shelter, wait for Sarah Jane and Chris. Well, I might wait for them before I get to the shelter. And I don't know if I'm gonna stay out for one more night. I would like to stay out for one more night, but I just don't know if I can do it. I just don't know if my stuff is warm enough. I'm not prepared for this kind of cold. It's not the same as Arizona cold, because in Arizona, it's cold like this, but it's dry, and the sun always comes out, and so of course you get warm, because the sun comes out eventually. If the sun were to come out, that would make a huge difference, but I just don't know if the sun's gonna come out today at this elevation. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's definitely warmer in the trees than it was out on the vault, but I don't know. Stay tuned. I'll have to make a decision sometime later. Well, according to the sign, Lemon Gap is that way, and that's the way to the shelter. I am still seriously thinking about getting to the shelter, maybe taking a break, and then calling it and heading home. It is just too cold out here. I'm not used to this kind of bone-chilling cold. And I definitely do not want to become hypothermic, because I love the trail, but I don't love the trail enough to let it kill me. I just didn't wear the right layers. So, I mean, I almost wore shorts. I'm so thankful I didn't wear shorts. I'm gonna have to get some fleece-lined leggings, and yeah. I mean, if I could get into my tent and bundle up in my bag with the rest of my warm layers, I could probably warm up, but I gotta go back to work on Monday. I just don't know if my heart is in it anymore, but I know my heart can be in it. So this is pretty. Let me show you. The trail just got really wide and flat. It's beautiful. And I think I only have 1 more mile to the shelter. So if the trail stays like this for the next mile, it shouldn't take more than 20 minutes to get there, which would be great. The AT has fun gates too, like the Arizona Trail. Zigzag gates. So today I'm only going to be doing like a teeny little 2-mile portion of the trail. If I keep hiking it 2 miles at a time, I should get done with it in 2,300 years, maybe? I had to let my head breathe for a minute. I strapped my tent to the top so that it could theoretically dry a little bit. I don't know how good my theory is, though. Well, the fog finally lifted, but it's still like maybe 40 degrees, and I just do not have the right kind of clothing to be out here in this temperature. And now that the fog is lifted, I feel like it's even colder, and I just can't sit here. I've been at this shelter now for, more than 30 minutes. My friends have still not shown up, and I think I'm just gonna call this hike and go home, so that if I do this again in cold weather, I will be better prepared with better clothing. I would rather err on the side of safety than become hypothermic. And I don't know. I've always said I don't want to hike in the winter. This feels like winter to me. And it's not even, at least it didn't drop below 32. Yikes. We're in Fort Shelter. And I've had a good time. There are people here to chat with. The privy is back that way. You can see it through the trees. And I probably will use the privy. And then I'm going to head back towards Max Patch. And hopefully run into Sarah Jane and her friend Chris. I have no idea. I think Sarah Jane, if it was just Sarah Jane, I'm sure she would have been here by now. But Chris is not a backpacker at all, and the pack that she was carrying was super heavy. So I really hope that I run into them on my way back, because the way the shelter is situated, I should have seen them by now. Oh, but I think, did I hear somebody cough? Maybe. I'm gonna sit here for about 10, maybe 5 or 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna head home. It's too cold. I'm just gonna say the trail wins today. I'm okay with that. I have 2,300 years to keep through hiking, or to keep section hiking. I have like the rest of my life I can keep section hiking. Behind me, the very minimal privy. A lot of people won't use the privies. I'm using the privies. They just don't bother me. I'm so happy I found Sarah Jane and Chris. It turns out they took a wrong turn and went the opposite direction. So I'm just thankful that I ran into them because I could say goodbye to them. We already said goodbye to Tina because Tina's knee is all kinds of jacked up. So she had to go home like 3 hours ago. And yeah, it's just too cold. So don't you worry, Appalachian Trail. You haven't beaten me. I just need better layers. So you don't win.
We're hiking on.
I told the people, if it takes me the next 2,300 million years to hike the trail, I'm hiking. I got 2 more miles of the trail, and at that rate, it's gonna take me 23,000 years to finish it. But I will finish it.
You're gonna come see me and get some more ice. Bye, Marcy. Nice to
Bye.
meet you.
It was so nice to meet you too. All right. I feel like I've been in a refrigerator for 24 hours. 24 hours later, I am finally warm. The view behind me is looking north, and it is just unbelievably beautiful. Trying to sunbathe the way I am? Were you as cold as I was? Have a great day. Ta. Kind of look like pipe cleaners. Fuzzy, chubby pipe cleaners. This is looking south. Jeez. So pretty. Psalm 8, verse 1. I was born in 1963 in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and I grew up in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and I got my love for hiking from my parents. We lived only 35 minutes from the Appalachian Trail, where you drive up Blue Mountain towards the ski area and it intersects the road. I think it's Route 145. And if you would go southbound, the path would be kind of like this one, only maybe a little bit rockier. And if you would go northbound, you would climb straight up a bunch of boulders. I grew up near Roxylvania, and we would hike on the trail every autumn. I've made it to the end of my hike. I'm gonna get in the car and hopefully go home before the end of time. See you next time.